Right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a dip into this new puddle of water, or should I say this new underwater area. It's a real shame we can't take the UPV with us to do this. It's not really necessary though, this bit's pretty easy. We just sort of swim around a little bit until we can find an air pocket. Although as a kid this really freaked me out, this bit, because it's so dark I can't see anything. I think that's why they make you appreciate the UPV even more, because the flares don't really cut the mustard sometimes. They give you a little bit of light, but they're not as good as the UPV's light, which is why they kind of recommend that you use it most of the time. And it is a recommendation. You kind of have to use it like a little bit later on. So we just pulled a lever, and what that does is it opens an area in this brick wall area. That's how I remember it, and we should be able to get up a trapdoor here. Very, very hard to kind of spot sometimes, so yeah, you've really got to be observant. There we go. And we're just going to use Lara to climb up here, because we're going to press a button which will lead us out into a passageway. Now, I'm warning you now, I'm going to get very lost and confused on this level, because I'm not sure what the requirements are. I know I need to pick up a boiler room key, but I don't know whether I use it now or not. So I've got the feeling I'm going to be wandering around. Push that button there. There we go. That opens up. I'm going to be wandering around very confused, which is probably nothing more than normal. But we'll see how this goes. But yeah, I might even be able to pick up a few pickups along the way as well. But as I said, I do remember a very difficult underwater section, which yeah, I'm going to have to just sort of work out how to do. But I think I should be able to do it. So yeah, so by the time I kind of edit all this, it will look smooth. It will look like I know what I'm doing, put it that way, because at the moment I'm like, oh my god. And sometimes I often think there's more things to do than there is, and with a lot of the enemies as well, the way they just kind of circle you on here, it freaks me out a little bit. So this is why I've got all those save crystals and med packs, because when we do get to that underwater section, you're going to see exactly what I mean and why I've been so hasty in trying to pick up as many as I can. So what I'm trying to do now is I can't find the bloody surface. Where is it? I need to find a way up here, so let's try and work this out. Aha. See, if you didn't know you're supposed to go here, how are you supposed to see this? You know what I mean? But before we go there, we can actually jump over here, and I think there's some goodies we can actually pick up. So let's see what we can get. I do know that they throw you like a ton of harpoons on this stage, and I have been talking about how unfair I think the game is. I still think it's unfair, but it does at least give you the tools to do the job, put it that way. So we'll take a step back, and we'll do a jump like that, and check it out. We have more harpoons. It's great, isn't it? They just sort of throw everything at you here, and there's a guy down there. Security guard will just take him out, like so. He goes down. I think he's got the boiler room key on him. He has. Lovely. That's going to come in handy. I don't know when, though. I just can't remember whether I use it now or whether I use it later. But, well, we got it anyway, so it's all good. So, as I was saying, this game reminds me of Super Mario Brothers 3, where, you know, you got to kind of conserve power-ups and things, and you can kind of use sort of Mario's powers in certain levels, provided you've got, you know, like a raccoon leaf or a frog suit or things like that. So it's almost the same sort of principle, in that you need to collect save crystals and med packs, so that when you come to a really tough situation like this level, then it's really going to come in useful. And I think I've just walked past some harpoons. But anyway, let's just carry on, because there's something, I swear there's something over here. I remember there being something. I think it was in, there we go. Look at that, you can't see it, there's a harpoon gun in there, and I think a med pack and harpoons, so we'll take that. Look at that, beautiful. Isn't that a thing of beauty? That is gorgeous. We'll take that, lovely. So we've got 20 small med packs. So when we get to that underwater area, I'm not sure where it is. I'm going to have to be probably using some of them, because You will see what I mean. You have to use the UPV, but you've got to know where you're going. And if you don't know where you're going, then you will die time and time again. So I do I do know I'm going to die time and time again because I can never do it first time. So I'm going to have to edit it down and break it down a little bit. Not just for myself, but for you guys, so I can show you guys what to do. So there we go. We jump to this block. Jump over here. Let's see what we've got. We'll jump over there. So I don't even know where I'm going. It's just too damn big. But yeah, it's so true what I say. This is just like Mario Brothers 3. The more items you have, the more you conserve them, the better you use them. The more you strategize, the more you kind of survive, really. So it's kind of what it's all about. So I did kind of make a massive effort early on to get as much stuff as I could and go out of my way to take risks to get like a save crystal or something, because I've got a feeling I'm definitely going to need it on this stage. I know that when I get to the underwater area, and you will see what I mean, it's basically an area with large, I think Stellarloon website said it was large diamond openings. There's lots of dead ends, and it tries to fool you, making you think you can go one way when you can't. You have to pull like about 3 levers. I mean, thinking about it, it doesn't seem that difficult, but when you're doing it, it's like you're just not sure which way to go, because the game just seems to throw it at you. And I think we have to visit that area twice as well, which doesn't help. Anyway, let's just crack on with this. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I can do here, really. I'm not sure if I've got to go up here or what. I'm looking for the boiler room, but I don't know if it exists, if it's even here. But I have seen something up here I might be able to get. Something up here. I mean, even if I don't find my way right away, there's still some items we can get. I think there's something up here from what I remember. Yeah. So I will be glad once I've got this level over with. As I said, Tomb Raider 3 for me consists of, you know, a lot of levels that I can deal with. This one, not so much, and you will see why towards the end. I think I'd go on record to say that it's one of the most difficult levels in the game, Lud'S Gate, because it doesn't hang together particularly well. It's very long. Oh, small med pack, we'll take that. Every little helps, and yeah, you're kind of left oblivious. So when you're dying time and time again, I remember I'm questioning, like, it's not the fact I'm dying, I'm like, why would they make this as difficult as they've made it? You know what I mean? Like, they just throw everything at you in this level. So, but it's kind of the preferred order anyway, that you're supposed to do, like, Nevada first, and then you come to London last. As I said, it's a great level to restock. Mind you, I will say that about South Pacific as well. You know, it's hard to believe that I'm almost on Antarctica. Once I've done this level and the next boss in the next mini level, then I'll be on Antarctica, and it's only like 3 or 4 levels, and then I'm done pretty much. So I'm pretty excited about that. I don't know where I'm going though, that's the problem. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Oh, but what would Tomb Raider 3 be without a little bit of confusion anyway? But I will say though, the more I play, the more I overcome, the more this game grows on me. I'm learning to love this game slowly but surely. I used to really hate it, I guess because I didn't get it. I didn't understand what the game was like. I couldn't understand why it wasn't like Tomb Raider 2 and Tomb Raider 1. You know, I still will go on record to say that levels are just way too big. I mean, they could have trimmed this one right down, and no one really, it wouldn't have affected the game or anything. But as I said, it was a new team within Core, which I didn't even realise. And they made all these changes, and not for the best, to be honest. I mean, if there's one thing they shouldn't have done, it's like, and I say this, I feel quite ambivalent about this. I do feel like the save crystals are cool, right? Picking them up is cool, don't get me wrong. I do like the idea of it, but you have to know that you have to ration them. I know it sounds obvious that you think you know, but you've really got to kind of realise that that's what you've got to do. You know, I mean, I think there's many ways of doing it, but having to save everywhere, I think, would have been slightly better. So, as it's hard for me because again, the save crystal system is a great system, but you've got to know that the game's going to be that difficult. You know, you can't breeze through this as you can, say, Tomb Raider 2 and Tomb Raider 1. Not that they're, you know, really, really easy, you know, but they're easier than this, put it that way. So, yeah, I mean, on the PC version of Tomb Raider 3, which I will be doing a run of, you can save anywhere, which takes away so much of the frustration. And it makes the challenges much better because, obviously, you can save anywhere and it's cool. So, yeah, it's... I still want to do this game though and get through it, and then I definitely want to do the PC version. I will be doing Tomb Raider 2 in 1 as well at some point on my channel. So yeah, but again, I just don't know where I'm going right now. So yeah, I mean, like, that's kind of how I feel about this game. And a lot of people I've spoken to or talk about this game, it's like they've only gotten so far with the game before they've given up, and that's kind of what happened to me when I was younger. I think I got to, like, I may have got to Nevada. I can't remember if I've ever did, like, a location. I can't remember if I ever did, let's say Nevada. I probably may have done the second level. But I never did the third, and then I'd get bored, and then I'd try going to South Pacific. I could, again, probably do the first level. Second maybe, and then that's it. It just felt a little bit too much for me, you know, for my brain to kind of work out, because I didn't really understand sort of the challenge of, you know, of how it was a difficult game and why I wasn't kind of getting anywhere with it. I suppose I could have really used the strategy guide and got through, which would probably helped, but I've always been one where I'll only kind of use a guide, like, if I really, really need to use one. Like, most of the time for this game, I've not used the guide. I've done literally, I want to say, let's say 97% of the game so far without using a guide. There's been an odd 3% where I've had to use, like, Stellar Loon because I've just got so stuck. And often, it's not due to the puzzles, often it's because I can't see where I'm supposed to go next. Because certain areas are so dark, sometimes it's hard to know that there's a shaft or something you've got to climb into next. You know, I end up running around the level like crazy. Take him out, there you go, jockey lad. I don't think he's got anything on him, so I'm just taking out another guard there. So it's kind of my whole deal with this game. Okay, and what's this way? Is this just going to lead me back out? I don't even know what I'm doing, but, well, it's not bad. I may have to come back to this area later anyway, I don't know. Oh, save crystal, there you go. So I found another save crystal. And we can literally just go back out this way. So, yeah, I said, apologies. I'm not really figuring this out, but I am collecting some items as well at the same time. So that's the thing, that seems to be like a theme with this run of Tomb Raider 3 for me. Like, you may have seen my Old Witch levels where I literally had no clue what I was doing, but I was finding all these items. I was like, how the hell am I doing this? You know, my brain just did something funny and actually started working for a change. It's like, oh, that's cool. So, but with this level, forget it. It's this is not easy, this level. So what do I do now? Do I jump down there? I just don't know what I'm supposed to do, personally. I'm literally at my wit's end. I honestly, do I need to go down there? I just don't know. It's like another flare anyway. Have a look around. As I said, I'd love to be one of these players who can just whiz through the game, no problem, but I just don't know where I'm going, you know, with this level. I think now I know, now I'm sort of learning. I think when I come to do the PC version, I'll be more prepared for it. I think I just need more practice because I've only ever done this, I think, once. many years ago. I've only ever completed Tomb Raider 3 once in my life, believe it or not. But it's a game, as I said, I do want to get good at, and I do want to kind of learn things, so... yeah, it's a bit of a funny one, this.